Only about 10% of the world's tonight on LA's Most Wanted, only about 10% of the world's population is left-handed, which makes southpaws relatively rare, and it could help to identify one of the shooters in an especially brutal unsolved murder. These photographs of Kenneth Peevey are all we have to show you of him in the prime of his life. He was murdered on 109th Street east of Hobart Avenue in South Los Angeles. Kenneth and a friend stopped here to make plans to meet someone. A security camera was rolling at 12:45 in the morning on Friday, July 17th, 2015, when a car rolled down the street with someone inside shooting at Kenneth Peevey.
He comes into view and then out of view of the camera right here. And then following him, we see the first suspect, gun in hand, chasing him as well. Once the suspect is just out of the view of the camera, you'll see some muzzle flashes from the gun. And then that suspect takes off running back down the driveway this way. The second suspect runs in as well. You actually see him holding the gun and firing 2 rounds. And then he also runs back down this driveway.
He's the left-handed shooter. These are freeze frames of the 2 men. Investigators believe more men and at least one more car were on 109th Street when Peevey was shot.
In the background, you'll be able to see a vehicle driving by, which we believe is a dark-colored BMW SUV. You also see a fourth, so we knew somebody's driving this BMW, and you see a fourth suspect on foot behind the BMW. There
was a lot of firepower and manpower used to kill Peevey.
You know, I think he kind of got caught up in a gang war, gang rivalry. We believe the suspects were from a rival gang looking for somebody in this area to shoot at. We believe he probably had some association, but not. I don't know that they necessarily knew what his association was when they shot him. They were just looking for somebody, anybody on the street. It could have been anybody standing there, you know, in the wrong area.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Correct.
The killers were all African-American men in their late teens to mid-20s. If they look familiar, or if you've heard talk about Kenneth's murder, you should call the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Homicide Bureau at 323-890-5500 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS.
To the mother of whoever murdered Kenny, I'll just be praying for you, because you will surely meet this destiny yourself, whether it be him in prison or whether it be him murdered or something hurt on the streets. Some of the things he did I didn't approve of, you know, that I found out later about, but at the end of the day, he was a very good guy.
Kenneth's mother is part of a group called Faith in Action. It's headed up by Pastor Gary Williams from the Faith Unity Methodist Church.
There has to be forgiveness. If we want to change this community, we have to learn to forgive one another and encourage and love one another, regardless of what has happened. You know, we can't bring Kenny back, but what we can do is try to stop other mothers from feeling the same pain of losing their sons and daughters in the streets.
If you can help solve Kenneth Peevey's murder, call the LAPD or Crime Stoppers right away.